Most people don't really understand the concept of Sigma male. They believe that you are automatically a Sigma male when you are rich, arrogant, influential, and perhaps muscular. But that is not true. Sigma male is what a man becomes when he follows his path. He doesn't jump into the bandwagon. He's honest about his situation, thinks more than he talks, and doesn't allow his present situation to affect his future. Today we are going to talk about one of the greatest Sigma male transformations of all time. It is the story of a literary legend, Charles Bukowski. Charles Bukowski was an alcoholic, a womanizer, a chronic gambler, a lout, a cheapskate, a deadbeat, and on his worst days, a poet. He is probably the least person on earth people refer to as a Sigma male, but his transformation shocked the world. Bukowski had only one dream in life, to be a successful writer. But for years, his literary works were rejected by almost every magazine, newspaper, journal, agent, and publisher he submitted to. They would always say his work were horrible, crude, disgusting, depraved. In fact, all the horrible adjectives you can think of were used to qualify his work. He didn't take these rejections so well. These piles of rejections and his inability to achieve his one dream in life pushed him into an alcohol-fueled depression that would follow him for most of his life. Although he had a job as a letter filer at a post office, he was paid a meager salary, and he spent most of it on booze and gambled away the rest at the racetrack. At night, he would drink alone and sometimes hammer out poetry on his beat-up old typewriter. Often, he would wake up on the floor having passed out the night before. He lived his life like this for 30 years, most of it in a meaningless blur of alcohol, drugs, gambling, and prostitutes. But when he got to 50, something extraordinary happened in his life. An editor at a small independent publishing house took a strange interest in him. The editor couldn't offer Bukowski much money or promise of sales, but he had a weird affection for him and the way he writes. So he decided to take a chance on him. Bukowski realized that this was the first real shot he had gotten in his life and could as well be the last. So he decided to take advantage of it. He wrote back to the editor and said, "I have one of two choices. Stay in the post office and go crazy, or stay out here and play at being a writer and starve. And I have decided to starve." Upon signing the contract, Bukowski wrote his first novel in 3 weeks. The novel was titled The Post Office, and in the dedication he wrote, "Dedicated to nobody." Bukowski was later successful as a novelist and a poet. He published 6 novels and hundreds of poems, selling over 2 million copies of his book. His rise to stardom defied everyone's expectations. Stories like Bukowski's are the bread and butter of the Sigma male narratives. A man fights for what he wants, follows his own path, goes against what everybody believes, never gives up, and achieves his wildest dreams. It's practically like a movie waiting to happen. However, a typical low-value man will say, "You see, Bukowski never gave up. He never stopped trying. He always believed in himself. He persisted against all odds and made something of himself." Oops! If that is true, why then did the epitaph on Bukowski's tombstone read, "Don't try"? Regardless of his book sales and his rise to stardom, Bukowski was a loser. He became a Sigma male not because of his determination to be successful, but because he knew he was a loser, accepted it, and wrote honestly about it. He never tried to be anything other than what he was. He was completely, unflinchingly honest with himself, wrote about the worst parts of himself, and shared his lifetime of failure to the world. You see, Sigma males are always outstanding wherever they find themselves because they don't give a damn about anything or try to impress anybody. Even if they fail, they are comfortable with themselves as failures. Why try so hard to pass back? In other words, they don't allow their current situation to define them. For instance, fame and success didn't make Bukowski a Sigma male, nor was it by becoming a Sigma male he became famous and successful. Sigma males understand that even though self-improvement and success occur together, they are not the same thing. Sigma males top the male hierarchy because they don't buy today's cultural narrative of obsessively focused on unrealistically positive expectations. Modern society wants everybody to be happier, to be healthier, to be the best, better than the rest, to be smarter, faster, richer, sexier, more envied, and more admired. Now, don't get this wrong. There's nothing absolutely wrong with wanting more, but too much movie and motivational talks make everybody want to be perfect and crap out the 12-carat gold nuggets before the breakfast every morning while kissing their selfie-ready spouse and 2.5 kids goodbye. Then fly their helicopter to their wonderfully fulfilling jobs where they spend the days doing incredibly meaningful work that could save the planet one day. It is this mentality that makes the beta male desperate to be successful, and when they are unable to achieve these fantasies of a dream, they consider themselves losers. Sigma males live life on their own terms and define their own success. Success to a Sigma male doesn't mean a nicer job or a more rugged car or a prettier spouse or amazing kids. They know that this mentality is bad for mental health as it makes people dedicate their lives chasing a mirage of happiness and satisfaction. However, if you are like Bukowski or any other Sigma male out there, you should know that the key to living a happy life is paying attention to those things that are true and immediate and important to you. Don't forget, our wants and needs are endless. The more you try to achieve all, the more miserable you become. So let me ask you a question. Do you think Charles Bukowski was a Sigma male? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment below. Thank you.